So Wonder Woman 1984 has been in cinema for well over a month now. Although I still haven't seen it because all theaters here are still closed, today we're going to talk about Wonder Woman's Lasso of Truth and the psychology behind its creation. If you've at least watched the first movie, you should know the lasso possesses the power to make people talk. Once you bind someone with the lasso, you can then compel them to tell the truth as if it is a lie detector. Although Wonder Woman is a well-known character in DC Comics, what you may not know is that its original creator is actually a psychologist, and more importantly, the inventor of the lie detector. Graduated from Harvard PhD in psychology, Professor William Marston invented the lie detector before embarking his career in comic book writing. While a lot of people believe that the Lasso of Truth was inspired by the lie detector he invented, he didn't actually have lie detection in mind when he first created the lasso for Wonder Woman, but rather a psychology theory known as the DIS theory. According to his theory, there are 4 different types of human behaviors: dominance, inducement, submission, and compliance. And underlying these behaviors are 2 dimensions of factors: whether someone sees the environment as favorable or not, and whether someone sees themselves as having control or not. If you're being tied up by the lasso, you obviously do not have the control, and you can only either choose to submit or comply. But if you're the one tying people up, you can either choose to dominate or induce. Now, what the Lasso of Truth wanted to represent was actually the feminine allure that has the power to induce people to submit. According to Professor Marston, people are happiest when they're submissive
to a loving authority.
It is essential that people submit willingly,
That it is their idea.
when people feel forced to do something they don't want to do.
And that is merely compliance.
People who simply comply instead of submit,
Are unhappy and repressed.
and this can lead to resentment, making the extraction of information even harder. As a result, if we were trying to interrogate someone and make them tell the truth, what we should do is to make them submit instead of comply. But how can we do that?
Inducement.
Instead of dominating someone and try to extract information by force, what we should do is to induce and seduce someone to our way of thinking, so
What you want is what they want, and they love giving it to you.
although it is easier said than done, the overall takeaway is that people are more likely to give in to a pleasant controller instead of a harsh one because it makes them feel better. That is why the Lasso of Truth has to be wielded by the beautiful Wonder Woman.
I think that was beautiful.
Say if you're being captured and interrogated, would you rather give away the truth to the ladies of Amazons or Surtur?
Hang on. I'll be back around shortly.